So welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a video on the 2020 Chevy Silverado 1500. This does have an inline 6 Duramax. Check it out. It does have a lift, aftermarket tires. The only negative thing to this video, and I'm sorry in advance, is this doesn't have a trailer brake, but I have my trailer anyways. We're going to go around the parking lot. I really wanted to see how well this Duramax accelerates, and we'll just at least go over that today. And we're going to see I'm just going to squat. So this should still be a really good video, and I'll go over some of the features on this truck too. Really quickly, be sure to subscribe to JB Reviews and make sure you have those bell notifications on, and be sure to check out my other channel, Attainable Exotic Cars. Now let's get back to the video. As you guys can see here, this is a 28-foot trailer. We are going to be towing this bad boy today. I do have an Audi R8 inside, and this trailer was about 9,700 pounds. I had a bunch of stuff in here at one point. I did take a lot of it out, and my Charger Hellcat was sold for the Audi R8, so I'm down about 1,000 pounds in terms of car. So we should be, you know, pretty comparable. And on that note, let's take a look at the tow numbers on this Silverado. Inside the driver's side door jamb, GM does put their trailering information. Gross vehicle weight 7,200 pounds. Gross combined weight rating is going to be 15,000. Rear gross axle weight ratings 3,800. Curb weight 5,512 pounds. Max payload 1,688. Conventional towing is 9,300 pounds. They're saying max tongue is 930 pounds. Gooseneck trailer 7,200 pounds, and max tongue weight 1,080. Now, one other thing you need to take note of is your tires. Now, this has aftermarket tires. So if you're buying this truck used, you want to make sure you have enough capacity. Now, these are going to be 33 by 12 and a halves LT tires. These are 20-inch wheel, and the capacity on them shows 2,600 pounds. So these are not really set up for towing. They're just off-road tires. They're really for show. These are like a Turo tires. I've never heard of those, and they're like, what are they called? Trailblade MTs, Mud Train. So yeah, if you're doing some towing, you want to get a tire with more capacity. They do look great on this truck, especially with this wheel setup. I probably would put this type of design on my 3500. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I? Looks really good though overall. So check out your inline 6 Duramax. Man, this thing looks so small in comparison with a 6.7 Cummins, which is an inline 6 also. But this is going to be good for 277 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. Peak torque comes in around 1,250 RPMs. I mean, that is ridiculous. So we're gonna test that from a 0 today. Now, this is made it to a 10-speed transmission, and this was co-developed with Ford. And this rear axle in the back is gonna be a 323, which is standard. I don't believe you can get a higher axle ratio because a tow package is not available with the diesel. One benefit of this Duramax, which is the LM2 for the half tons, is it does have iron cylinder liners, which is for better wear protection, and it only uses 7 quarts of oil, so your oil changes shouldn't be ridiculously expensive. This has a 24-gallon fuel tank and a 5.3-gallon DEF tank. I've never seen this before in a Chevy truck, but they do have a bench seat up front. Cloth seats, because this is RST, that does come standard. You do have push button start. Now on the left hand side, you do have tow haul mode, and they do give you some other driving modes too. And when you turn on your tow haul mode, it does show an icon just below. Unfortunately, this truck does have a trailer brake. It would be right here, but as far as your backup camera goes, you can change the line. I don't see that you can actually zoom in. Now, this is a 2020. I wonder if they added that feature on later trucks, but their camera system is the best. Just be sure to opt for the 360 camera, and you will be extremely happy with your decision. So let's go ahead and back this bad boy up. Like we're getting there. Oh yeah, I might have to lift up the trailer a little bit more. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I have to lift it up more. I'm a little off. This truck sits so much higher than my 1500. I just moved it across the street over here because my 3500 is undercover. But yeah, this thing is so high. That's it right there, right? All right, there, that should be good. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can make it under. Oh, right there. All right. So I probably could back up a little bit more. It will grab from here, so we're gonna be fine for now. But let me get my tape measure so we can measure, and then that'll kind of give us a good opportunity to see how much this bad boy's gonna squat today. All right, so it looks like we're at 41 3/8. Out of every truck manufacturer, GM always squats the most. But I think that's what GM wants, because they do have the best stability with their half tons. And I find that even if you use a weight distribution hitch with these, they still squat about the same. They might maybe lift up maybe 1/4 of an inch, but this is about what they do. And I found that they tow the best, like I said, in the half ton segment. So let's go ahead and check how much it squatted. We're gonna hook everything up, and like I said, we'll go around this parking lot and still get some good accelerations too, so stay tuned. Looks like we're coming in at 37 3/4. All right, so we have the chains crossed and hooked up, breakaway switch, 7-pin connector. This is a class 4 receiving hitch with a 2-inch opening. We have your coupler locked and secured, and so is the hitch. We're all good, all set. Let's see how much acceleration this bad boy has. All right, so we're going around the parking lot. And as I mentioned too, these trucks just have such great stability. I mean, and despite these tires not having a lot of capacity, I don't find that they're, you know, really hurting the performance. I mean, granted, we're only going at low speeds, but all in all, not bad. All right, you guys can see it back there. I can definitely tell that the truck is squatting though, like the hood is like in the sky. So you would definitely want to probably invest in some airbags too, maybe, just to help, because as I mentioned, even if you have a weight distribution hitch, the truck tends to squat with that being hooked up. And it could be that they had it hooked up improperly too. That's not abnormal either. So we're gonna do a quick hard acceleration. We'll do it from a roll because it's just gonna spin. So here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, it definitely does feel really strong. And the brakes, despite not having a weight distribution hitch, are really good too. All right, here we go. One last acceleration test to see how well it does. Oh yeah. Yeah. And like I said, even at 40 miles an hour, it does feel secure. Like, again, I really feel like GM has the better towing half ton, and that's with that independent front suspension. I mean, which at higher speeds do feel a little light on the steering, but overall really good control. The brakes on this truck are really good too. I think this has like 4-piston brakes up front, and they have really good like control when you hit the brakes, pulling this much weight. And this truck only has 8,700 miles on it, so almost 8,800 miles. But all in all you have to do is add a trailer brake to this bad boy, and this would be a great addition to your arsenal. I would probably maybe still upgrade the tires to something a little bit more robust, maybe like with 3,500 pounds. I mean, granted, you're not going to be able to tow a lot with this truck, but it's always good to have more than just enough capacity, because once you add your gear to the back of the bed and you know you have this much pin weight, you could exceed your tire capacity pretty easily, and you could even exceed the axle on this because the axle rating is only 3,800 pounds. All right, I talked myself into doing a zero dig to see. It's probably gonna spin, but we'll just try it and see. All right, here we go. Wow, the shifts are really quick from first to second gear, and I laid into it very like softly. I like gradually went into the throttle and it still spun. But as I said earlier, 1250 is when that torque comes in, and that's gonna obviously make the tires chirp just a little bit. But hope this was helpful. As you guys can see down below, at 7,918 miles, the trip computer is saying 22.1 mpg. In the future, I'm sure more of these will come available, and I'll be able to do more testing on the road to give you actual mpg numbers for this diesel. And if you have one in the area, I mean, that'd be even better. If someone has this truck available for me in the area, like I live in Frederick, Maryland, I don't mind traveling maybe 50 miles or so outside of my area, but I'd be more than happy to, do a video on your truck as well. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your time. I hope to be able to do a follow-up with this truck in the future with the Duramax inline 6, and obviously with the trailer brake. We'll take it out on the road, and who knows, by that time maybe I'll even have a weight distribution hitch to really show a good difference between how much the truck's going to squat. But on that note, thank you guys again, and be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon.